They do not accept any Arunachali person to come to China. They started giving attached visas to people from Jammu and Kashmir. And they do not, although they want to have exercises with us, military exercises, which we accept. But when it comes to Northern Army Commander going on an official visit to China, they said, no, he's not permitted, because he's coming from Udalpur. How do we? We just concede. We stopped exercises for 2 years, 3 years, and then we said, no, 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 it's good for our countries, good for relationship. And we started to again. The number of Chinese intrusions, as I said, have been increasing, and the problem today is that our government continues to put everything under the carpet. Nothing is wrong. We talk about acnes, we talk about non-event. I mean, here is a scuffle which you must have seen on the Times Now, this thing going on. They are first, fighting with each other literally, and then of course, thanks to our major, it was, people quietened down, and we said, no, no, it's a non-event. Are they coming to sit down for 19 days in Daulat Beg Ordi or near Daulat Beg Ordi? And we said, oh, that was an acne. That's our foreign minister who said. So we call incursions and scuffles as these, and sometimes I really worry, because when I was reading the history the last few days about what happened before '62, it is reminding me of that over and over again. This is the way then our Prime Minister and our Foreign Office, they kept on putting things under the carpet. कि कुछ नहीं हो रहा, कुछ नहीं हो रहा. I was talking about India's infrastructure along the northern border, and I said that most of our roads are 60 to 70 kilometers short of the border. Now, in 7 years, we've had a plan going on for improving our infrastructure. In the last 7 years, we had planned 73 projects. Out of that, 16 roads have been completed. Only 16 out of 73. We had planned about 18 tunnels, long tunnels. Only a few are under construction. Bakiyon ka abhi project is still being studied in detail. We haven't been able to get environmental clearance, all kinds of things. So that is the kind of things. Now we keep talking about, it's a big news today, and politicians like to announce it, that we are now sanctioning a strike corps for the Indian Army. We have raised 2 divisions of the Indian Army for northern borders. Ladies and gentlemen, a corps, some of you soldiers are sitting here, are 2 divisions, cannot do very much if there are no roads. How do you deploy them? How do you maneuver these things? You don't have the capability, you don't have the kind of helicopter that are required. One of the reasons why they came and sat down in Daulat Beg Ordi, near Daulat Beg Ordi, is that except for that airfield in Daulat Beg Ordi, there is no road today. You take many days to reach that area. Has anybody told you that? Why there is no road, which has been going on since my time, even earlier than that? So, what I want to say as far as China is concerned, I am not a warmonger. I mean, nobody in its rights, it is a right senses, wants a war. We do not want a war. But we wish to see a stoppage or slowdown of a constructive Sino-Indian dialogue. I mean, we want that to continue, but we do not want the way it is going on. We want it constructive. One would like to see a dialogue which is strategic in content and does not compromise our national interests now or for future. We definitely do not want our armed forces, I'm using the word We do not want our armed forces to face the same situation that was given to them in 1962. Okay, I'll leave China here. Pakistan. We've had 4 wars, including Kargil war. But as the President mentioned, and the Secretary also mentioned, the major problem that you face today is the terrorism. They started in terrorism with in Punjab in 1980s, early 80s. And then they started terrorism in J&K, late 1980s, 88, 89. And then they spread terrorism not only in Punjab or J&K but all over India. It's been going on. Pakistan has nuclear weapons, so have we. Our conventional war capability is far superior to Pakistan. They cannot, you saw the kind of, size and the kind of strength that they have. If you ask me, I said Pakistan cannot be, let's forget about Pakistan for some time. But this is the problem, and we keep this problem alive. That's the problem. We keep this problem alive. Why? Because when we want, or when we think of, or when we recommend hard action to be taken against Pakistan, it doesn't mean war always. Today we are talking of skirmishes, limited wars, we're talking of things that they are doing, we can also do to them, like that. But the answer generally you get is, do you want to start a war? As if everything will turn into a war. That's what Pakistan says, so we also started saying the same thing. I, as a specialist, as an expert, I said that no, it will not end in a war. Why? But you have to take a certain amount of risk. But they said, no, this will end in a war. In Kargil war, the first thing they told me was, please don't cross the line of control. That was the first demand that the politicians made on us. It made our task very, very difficult. So, since now 1980s, as I was saying, by using covert war under these circumstances, they are continuing it because they feel, India is not going to take any hard action. And they are continuing to put pressure on India. As they say that, look, we have to take revenge of 1971 war, what you did to us, we are also wanting to do that. They said that you came and occupied Siachen Glacier, we want to throw you out of that place or make you go away from there. All kinds of things are being said, and we keep on, all kinds of, and since then, let's not forget, over the years, they have attacked every power, every symbol of power in our country. Parliament, your national capital, your business capital, your stock exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange, place where you have the money being circulated, your IT capital, Bangalore. Everywhere we raise these issues and then nothing happens. 26/11, till today, nothing has happened. And as I said, that there has been a significant increase in the number of ceasefire violations this year. Mr. Antony himself said it is 100% more than what happened last year. Infiltration attempts have doubled. 2 major incidents which took place on the line of control, which should not have taken place. January, May, and on 3rd of August, where 5 chaps killed. So Pakistan army is, by these incidents, it's not only challenging us, I feel Pakistan army is also challenging its own civil authority, whom we like to thank. We like to hug Nawaz Sharif as many times as possible. But Pakistan army today is challenging him also. Let's see what you can do. Should it be evident from all these things that are taking place? He keeps on making announcement. They keep on, Pakistan Army has got this alliance with the Lashkar-e-Taiba. They are the ones who are funding them. They are the ones who are maintaining so many camps on the other side of line of control. They are the ones keeping 2,000 people, terrorists, in those camps, which can be sent on our side when they want to. Parvez Musharraf once said that those are our strategic arms, Lashkar-e-Taiba and all. They are our first line of defense. So the other thing is, why we are not able to. Pakistan is indulging in double speak, and yet Nawaz Sharif, when he said, I want to have very good relations with India. And yet, we all know that Nawaz Sharif and his brother paid millions of dollars to Jamaat-ud-Dawah, other name of Lashkar-e-Taiba, whose boss is Hafiz Saeed. We all know that. It has come out so many times. And then he says, no, we must settle all. You have Jahangir Karam, not Jahangir, sorry, the President Army Chief Kayani. He also says, no, India is not our first enemy. Our problem is on the western side. He says, one day he made a statement that let's settle Siachen. And our newspapers made, our media people made much more of that, our politicians made much more of that than in Pakistan itself. So what kind of language are we accepting? And we are going gaga over all this. There's a lady, Shari Rahman. She was a minister in the previous government. Now she's Pakistan ambassador in USA. She also came, she spoke many places in Delhi. I attended one of the sessions on the panel. And she said, no, India today is a different country for us. We have nothing, no enmity with India. We want to be friendly. All this can't be registered over the years. That look, it means nothing at all. Has anybody on the other side apologized for anything? Has anybody on the other side said that we will disband all the military camps, all these terrorist camps on the other side? We have been demanding that. Every time I go on the TV channel, I say that when are they going to remove it? That will be the first sign that yes, they want friendship with us. And at least half I believe that today, when Prime Minister of both countries meet each other, they'll hug as all Punjabis do with each other. And then whatever anger and whatever shouting people like me or anybody, any of you, he does it, it will all get neutralized. We go back to the same thing. We will say, well, they are also suffering from terrorism. When you say that, when you make these statements in public, that look, they are also suffering terrorism like we do, that means that you are now saying that both the chore and the sufferer, both are in the same category. You are putting both of them in the same category, and we have done it so many times. We have taken away terrorism subject from our dialogue from Sharm el-Sheikh agreement onwards. How can you have a dialogue with Pakistan without any conditions? This is what we are coming to. This is what they want, and this is what slowly we are coming to that. We keep saying something, but when it comes to a opportunity, we like to hug each other. I find that there are far too many peaceniks, both in our country, which have no strategic vision, and similarly the politicians are easily affected because for some reason they feel that we can do nothing about it. No, the problem is that our diplomacy has reacted with old-fashioned predictability over the years. You can count a number of years, with repeated statements like India and Pakistan are both victims of terrorism. India wants Pakistan to be a stable, peaceful and prosperous country.